Hey there, if you're watching this right now, you probably saw our short video and thought, yeah, that sounds a lot like me. You've hired offshore developers, maybe even brought in an agency, and you've tried to set up some sort of structure in place, but somehow you're still the one checking on the team every few hours because tasks keep getting stuck or worse, move without explanation. You're jumping into Slack threads, trying to clarify things up with your team with stuff they should already understand. And even with Agile in place, priorities keep shifting, deadlines slip, and no one really knows what's launching when. In the end, you're left confused, wondering why with all the people and tools you have in place, it just feels like nothing's moving. Listen, you're not crazy. You're just running into a problem I see all the time. I'm Pete, and over a decade, I helped over a dozen startup companies from MVP builds to scaling SaaS applications install execution systems that actually get the product out the door. And here's a pattern I keep seeing. Founders are trying to scale with teams they're still managing themselves, wearing every hat, CEO, PM, part-time Scrum Master, and they're wondering why deadlines keep slipping, priorities keep changing, and progress feels stuck. Look, it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's because the system you're running just isn't built to scale the way you need it to. And chances are you haven't fully dialed into these three key parts of that system, which is exactly why things feel stuck, slow, or constantly shifting. So in this video, I want to walk you through the exact system we use to fix that. And what I'm about to share with you today might completely change the way you lead your team, manage your roadmap, and finally get your product shipped without burning yourself out in the process. Okay, first, there's structure. Right now, your structure might just be you checking in on Slack, chasing Jira tickets, or mentally keeping track of what's supposed to happen next. But the structure we bring is completely different. We use our proven system tailored to your business and place a trained product owner into your team to fully own the sprint process. From backlog grooming to sprint planning and daily stand-ups. They handle the flow, they keep the dev team aligned, they make sure nothing slips through the cracks. And most importantly, you're not the one running it. You finally get clean, hands-off, real visibility, and a team that delivers without breaking down halfway through. Next is speed. Right now, your version of speed probably looks like this: rushing into every meeting, meeting with the developers every day, and feeling like no matter how fast the team moves, nothing really gets finished. You might be checking in on Jira obsessively, pushing your team to move faster, but still ending up with delays, bugs, or constant rework. That's not speed, that's chaos in motion. But the kind of speed we help founders unlock is measurable, sustainable, and strategic. We use our own tool called Spot, which stands for Sprint Performance and Optimization Tool. In here, we can track things like sprint velocity, cycle time, blockers, and scope changes in real time. So you're not just guessing where the gaps are, you're seeing them clearly. And that's where your product owner uses it to improve team performance week over week. Plus, I also review it myself to spot trends before they become bottlenecks. And you get progress reports that actually mean something without chasing updates or second guessing momentum. This is how our clients go from stuck to sprinting in just a few weeks. And finally, strategy. This is where everything either clicks or collapses, because without the right strategy, all the structure and speed in the world won't get you the outcomes you actually want. And this is usually the part founders try to manage themselves, throwing in new ideas mid-sprint, tweaking priorities on the fly, chasing whatever feels helpful in the moment, even if it pulls the team in the wrong direction. And it's not because your ideas are bad. You care about the product. You have the vision. But without the right strategy and system to filter and prioritize, all those good ideas just become noise to the team. That's where I step in. You get CPO level oversight. I personally review your roadmap, help you spot gaps, and make sure the team stays focused on what actually matters. And I'm not here to micromanage. I'm here to make sure you're building the right thing at the right time. And after you ship, we can use our tool called Pulse Pilot to track real user behavior, so your next moves aren't based on gut feel or guesswork. They're backed by data. What I'm sharing you with right now isn't just a theory. It's a system we've used with over a dozen startup companies, like a well-known video streaming education startup. They went from no clear prioritization and a 40% sprint completion rate to a well-defined roadmap plan achieving 90% or more sprint completion rates, meaning the team was actually producing features every 2 weeks. Or a healthcare SaaS company that did not have a clear MVP defined, and the founder constantly started shifting scope, causing engineering frustration that led to massive delays. Now we have predictable timelines, and now they're preparing for their go-to-market launch. Or an AI SaaS company where speed was critical to launch the product into the market. This customer constantly struggled with their offshore developers, not knowing when things were going to get built or shipped, to now getting organized and shipping their MVP into the market in 90 days, not 9 months. We've helped these customers clean up their execution, accelerate delivery, and finally launch without breaking themselves in the process. And if this sounds like something your business needs, then let's walk through what this would look like for you. We're offering a free execution audit where we look into how your product's currently being delivered, from your sprint setup to how your dev team is actually working day to day. Then we'll run it through our own Spot tool to give you a clear breakdown of what's working and what's not, and exactly what needs to be fixed to move forward faster and ship cleaner. And don't worry, there's no pressure. Once we walk through everything, you can decide for yourself what feels right for you. If yes, we can talk about what this looks like to work together and get it built and running. If not, that's totally fine. At the very least, you'll walk away with real clarity on how to move forward with or without us. So book your free audit by clicking the button below, and let's give you a clear path to building and shipping without all the chaos. Talk soon.